Before we bow our heads in prayer, let's pause and quiet our hearts, not just from noise, but from the rush of life. In this very moment, we are surrounded by voices, not just the audible ones from our phones or screens, but the subtle, constant messages that echo deep within, thoughts, influences, worries, and desires. We're listening all the time, even when we don't realize it. But not everything we hear deserves our attention. Every voice you give space to becomes a seed, planted quietly, yet powerfully, in the soil of your heart. What you hear has the power to shape your thoughts, stir your emotions, and direct your steps. So ask yourself, what voices have you been listening to most lately? Are they voices of truth or confusion, of hope or fear? Jesus said in John 8:47, "Whoever is of God hears the words of God." Hearing isn't just a function of the ears, it's an issue of the heart. If our hearts are cluttered and distracted, we may miss His whisper altogether. But if we tune in like adjusting a frequency on a radio, we begin to hear His voice clearly. The voice that restores, leads, corrects, and comforts. So today, before anything else, let's open our ears, and more importantly, our hearts, to Him. If you're ready to hear God's voice above all others, type Amen in the comments, Lord. In a world full of noise, I confess, I've often listened to everything but you. I've allowed the loudest voices to shape my thinking. The voice of fear, telling me I'm not enough. The voice of shame, reminding me of my failures. The voice of doubt, questioning if you even care. I've tuned into opinions, trends, and lies, forgetting that your voice is the only one that brings life. But today, I'm choosing differently. I quiet my soul before you. I silence every voice that doesn't reflect your truth. I bring my thoughts captive and surrender them to you, Jesus. I want to hear you, not just occasionally, but daily. Not just when I'm desperate, but even in the ordinary moments. Speak, Lord. My heart is finally still enough to listen. Train my ears to recognize your voice even when it comes gently, like a whisper in the wind. Help me not to rush past you or drown you out with distractions. You are not a God who hides. You are a God who speaks. And I believe you want to speak to me now, so here I am, Lord, fully present, fully yielded. I don't want to be led by noise. I want to be led by your Spirit. If this is your prayer too, write "Speak, Lord" in the comments and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Jesus, you are the shepherd of my soul, and I trust that you know the way, even when I don't. So often I've tried to lead myself, making decisions based on what I see or feel. But now I surrender the map. I lay down my plans, my timelines, my need to control. I recognize that you see beyond the mountains I face and the valleys I fear. Your path may not always make sense, but it is always good. Teach me to walk by faith, not by sight. When the road feels uncertain, remind me that you are my certainty. When I feel lost, remind me that you never lose track of me. When the path grows dark, let your word be the lamp to my feet and the light to my path. Even when the next step feels small, help me to take it with courage, trusting that you're already ahead of me. God, I give you my need for answers and trade them for trust. I release the weight of what-ifs and how-longs, and instead, I choose to walk closely with you, one obedient step at a time, not driven by outcomes but anchored in relationship. You are my guide, you are my peace, and wherever you lead, I will follow. So I come before you now with nothing to offer but my yes, my simple surrendered yes. I give you access to every part of my heart, the broken places, the hidden corners, even the parts I don't fully understand. Come and dwell there, Lord, not just as a visitor, but as the rightful King. I release the need to perform, to prove, to earn. You're not looking for perfection, you're looking for surrender. So here I am, offering all that I am, even the weak and weary parts. You are strong in my weakness, and your power is made perfect there. I don't have to fix myself before I come. I just have to come. And here I am. Speak into the silence I've been carrying. Shine your light on every shadow. Heal what I've been too afraid to bring into the open. You are gentle with my wounds and faithful with my story. Nothing in me scares you away, nothing surprises you. You knew all of it, and still, you chose me. Still, you call me yours. Jesus, I need you in the depths, not just on the surface. I need you in my thoughts, my emotions, my decisions. Take over the places where fear has ruled. Dismantle every lie that has shaped my identity. Replace it with your truth, steadfast, unshakable, eternal. I renounce the voices that have told me I'm not enough. I silence the shame that whispers, I'm too far gone. Your blood speaks a better word over me, a word of redemption, of worth, of restoration. I am not the sum of my failures. I am not defined by my past. I am defined by your love. Let every chain break in your presence. Let every weight fall off at the sound of your name. I choose to believe you are who you say you are, and that I am who you say I am. Beloved, redeemed, set apart. Not because I earned it, but because you gave it freely. Lord, I surrender the battle I've tried to fight on my own. I lay down the weapons of control, pride, and self-reliance. They've only left me weary. Now I choose the armor of your Spirit, truth to guard my mind, righteousness to cover my heart, peace to guide my steps, and faith to extinguish every fiery dart of doubt. Breathe new strength into my soul. Teach me to wait on you, not with frustration, but with holy expectation. Remind me that you're never late, you're always working, even in the silence, even in the waiting, even when I don't understand. God, I trust you with the unseen. I trust you with the unfinished. I trust you with the outcome. And even when the process hurts, I will praise you in the middle of it. Not because I feel strong, but because you are strong in me. I will not be defined by my past, my pain, or my failures. I am defined by your love, sealed by your grace, and restored by your mercy. Every scar tells a story, not of defeat, but of deliverance. What once broke me now builds me. What once shamed me now shapes me into the image of your Son. I declare that I am no longer a prisoner of fear. I will not bow to anxiety or be ruled by worry. Your perfect love casts out all fear. So I stand on your promises, even when my emotions try to shake me. I walk by faith, not by sight. I walk in freedom, not in chains. Lord, renew my mind. Purify my thoughts. Break every pattern that draws me away from you. Let my desires be aligned with your heart. May your word be the standard that shapes my choices, and your Spirit be the voice I follow. Father, I surrender my timeline to you. I release every deadline, every expectation, every fear of when. I trust that your timing is not only perfect, it is redemptive. You are never late, and nothing in my life is wasted in your hands. Even delays are deposits for a greater glory. Help me to wait well, not with frustration, but with faith. Not with bitterness, but with belief. Strengthen me in the waiting, refine me in the silence. Teach me to treasure your presence more than the promise. Let my worship rise, even when my world feels still. I believe you are working behind the scenes, arranging miracles I can't yet see. I believe you are healing what I didn't even know was broken. I believe you are aligning every detail for my good and your glory. Even now you are restoring what I thought was lost forever. Lord, I lift up the broken pieces of my life, the shattered dreams, the silent prayers, the wounds I've hidden even from myself. You see them all. You hold them all. And you are the God who binds up the brokenhearted and gives beauty for ashes. I believe you are not just repairing my story, you are rewriting it. Where there was sorrow, you are planting joy. Where there was shame, you are placing honor. Where there was loss, you are releasing new beginnings. You do not restore things to how they were. You make them better than they've ever been. So I trust you to finish what you started in me. I trust you to redeem every mistake, every setback, every betrayal. Nothing is too ruined for your redemption. Nothing is beyond your reach. I place every fragment in your hands, knowing that what you restore, no one can destroy. Lord, thank you for never giving up on me. Even when I was lost, you were calling me home. Even when I was drowning, you were reaching for me. Now I rise, not in my own strength, but in yours. I walk forward, not by sight, but by faith. Restore my soul fully, Lord. Not just my circumstances, but my mind, my heart, my hope. Let the testimony of my life declare that Jesus is alive, that he still heals, that he still saves, and that no story is too far gone for his grace. I surrender all. I trust you completely. And I believe that what's ahead is greater than what's behind, because you are with me. If this prayer echoed something deep inside you, share it with someone who needs restoration too. Let's believe together. The best is yet to come.